Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 10th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. Let's see what's going on for you. Definitely focus on communication, probably because of the retrograde, Mercury retrograde, and I've said it before. I think that this retrograde for some people is actually good for communication. I don't think it is going to affect communication in a overly negative way, so that's nice. But you start off with the Six of Clubs. So a lot of you focused on success. I think that's always true for Virgo, focused on trying to be more successful. And I would say, what else do we have here? I would say in many ways, being successful in a lot of ways. Funny enough, this card represents progress in your entire life. It's a very general card. It represents making progress in all sorts of areas of your life. That could be business and or love, and you have some love cards kind of showing up here this week, which is nice. And like I said, represents progress. Definitely a card of trusting your intuition. It can be a card of needing to trust your intuition as well. It can say, hey, the universe is trying to give you like sign after sign after sign, and you're not paying attention. So make sure to pay attention to the things that are going around. Going on around you at this time, for sure, because these messages are obviously very important. Next, you have the Three of Clubs. Three of Clubs, great card for communication. Again, I think if you are receiving intuitive messages that you're not picking up on for whatever reason, this card says, hey, you will at least get a second chance, if not more chances, to pay attention to whatever these messages are. A lot of this could be like a drive as well. I think that my feeling is that maybe some of you have a drive to do something, whether it's meet somebody new, meet a new person for love, or even just in business or something, or start a new business or start a different business. I think a lot of you have this pull, and I think if you have that pull, this card's saying, hey, take that second chance. Go back to whatever it is that you're feeling pulled to at this time. Even though if recently the universe gave you a bunch of signs, like what we have at the end here, that things weren't going to work out, this card says, you might want to kind of like take a second look at that. You might want to take a second chance at whatever that is, because it could work out for you in a lot of ways. Next, you have the Queen of Hearts, opening up to love. A lot of you could be opening up to love at this time for sure, and being more confident in love as well, I would say, especially if you're single. A lot of love messages this week. I haven't had a week like this in a very long time where there's been such a focus on relationships, which is interesting. But this is also a great card of your mother, listening to your mother. If she has any messages for you, or if anybody delivers a message that your mother would say, definitely pay attention to those messages. It could also be you thinking about becoming a mother, or thinking about having children, even if you're a male. So a lot of you could be having those thoughts. It's interesting because, again, last week there were a couple messages of people thinking about having children, thinking about having families, and thinking about even starting families and all this other stuff. And actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to pull up the chart while I'm talking to see what's happening, because you have the Five of Hearts, and the Five of Hearts can definitely be a card of like jealousy and things like that. But to me, fives, number one, can represent birth, having a baby, having children. So again, kind of furthering that message. Maybe some of you already know that you're pregnant. But also a card of new things being born, mostly relationships. So a lot of you could be starting new relationships at this time. Let me just make this chart a little bit bigger. I just want to see kind of what is going on for you. Let's see here. Yeah, very interesting. But, we have Jupiter and Libra in the 6th house as well. And I'm wondering if that kind of, and what do we have nothing really in the 4th house. So my thoughts were incorrect. I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but definitely a card of thinking about having a family right there. Same with the Queen of Hearts. Next, 10 of Hearts, another card of family, so kind of furthering that message. A lot of you could be having those thoughts. I would say that this year, what I will say about the astrology is that this year, it's probably because of this Jupiter opposite Uranus, plus we have plus Saturn there at the top of the chart, basically. I think it's this question of like tradition and like what you really want to do and innovation. So like a lot of you might feel like, I want to have a career, but I also want to have a family. It could be that type of battle going on for you at this time. Great card for socializing, card that represents existing problems being resolved. Couple signs have had this card this week. It's pretty crazy. So definitely a good week for things going on around you. Next, you have the Ace of Spades, overcoming obstacles, existing problems being resolved. I think also that a lot of you could be resurrecting some ideas from the past. I always look at this card as like something rising from the ashes. So a lot of you could be seeing things that you thought were dead kind of coming back to life this week, which could be a good thing or a challenging thing. And finally, you have the Three of Diamonds. Double check all legal paperwork that you signed this week. Double check all paperwork in general that you signed this week. This card just represents problems with paperwork. It's just a warning card. It says don't allow there to be problems with paperwork. So just make sure to double check everything. But other than that, it looks like a very good week. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I don't know. I think there's like a great focus on family. If you have a family, you could be really focused on your family this week. If not, you could be thinking about having one, like I said. But a great card is success. More success and abundance coming to you. So very interesting. Watch your communications, definitely. I mean, you do have some good communication cards. 3 of Clubs, 6 of Clubs, great communication cards. And then you have the 3 of Diamonds here at the end. So be careful of written communications mostly. But looks like a great week. So thank you for watching.